what is up guys, Maximum Guarded here with another Mortal Kombat X video, and today I'm going to be doing probably my final and last character roster update. And if you've been a subscriber for a while, you may have noticed every now and then, every couple of months, I do a character roster update going through all the newly added characters and talking about each and every single one of them. But now this is probably going to be the last because the game is very close to release. And I'm fairly sure now I know all the characters that are going to be in the game. If you take a look at this image here, this is what I believe is going to be the final character roster in the game. And you may notice that some of the little images may look a bit weird or stand out, and that is because I've actually added them myself. I've added 7 images, 4 on the left and 3 on the right, and well, I guess technically 4 on the top as well, which are the DLC characters. And yeah, the reason I'm doing this is because we will most likely not actually see all the characters revealed before the game is released. So I'm doing my my final roster update here of what I think it will be. And the reason I say we probably will not see all the characters revealed is because Ed Boon and other NetherRealm developers have said that not all the characters will probably be shown by the time the game is released. So I'm making this video to show what I definitely think will be the final roster in the game. I'm gonna say I guarantee I'm 99.9% sure that this is what it will be. I'm leaving a tiny small percentage because I still could always be wrong, and like you guys know, I don't like to say anything is 100% confirmed unless the developers say so. So yeah, this is my final roster. This isn't a wish list or any random speculation. I've come up with this list entirely, from facts, information and leaks about the game. And like I said, I'm 99.9% sure this is what it's going to be in the full game. And I'm going to tell you why for each and every single character I've added. So let's get straight to it. So first off, let's actually talk about the roster itself. So there are 25 character slots in the main game. 18 characters have been announced so far, which leaves 7 left to be revealed, and technically there are 5 DLC characters in the game. 4 are going to be purchasable. You can see them on the 4 on the top there. 4 are going to be purchasable after the game is released, at a later date. And then the final one then is a pre-order exclusive, and that one is Goro, which you can see on the bottom right of the character roster. So altogether, with the main game and the DLC characters, that makes 29 characters altogether in the game, which is a bit weird, a bit of an odd number, but I guess they could actually add more DLC characters, later on, if there is enough demand for it, and the ones in the game so far actually sell well. So yeah, that's the character roster itself. Now let's actually talk about the characters that have been announced so far. Now we're going to have to go through pretty quick because there are a lot of characters to get through, and if I did an in-depth analysis on each and every single character, we'd be here for like half an hour, and I'm pretty sure you guys don't want to watch a 30-minute video of me just babbling on. So I'll just say every announced character so far, and if you don't know who any of them are, or you're unsure, just look it up on Google, because trust me, the internet can tell you a lot more about these characters than I could tell you. So just if you're unsure, just look them up and you can find a lot of stuff about these guys. So anyway, let's get straight to it. So first off is Johnny Cage, and I will say I was surprised him and Sonya both going to be playable. If you didn't know, I really didn't think they were, because as we know, we've got Cassie, who is a brand new character. She's the daughter of both of them, and I thought that was the reason they made Cassie, so she would be a mix of them both, and instead of having 2 spots, Johnny and Sonya, they replace it with 1, and then there's another extra spot then for another new character. But I guess I was wrong, and not only will Cassie be playable, Johnny will be playable, and so will Sonya, but we'll get to Sonya in a bit. But I'm a bit disappointed about that, to be honest. I really like Johnny and Sonya, but I think this makes Cassie a bit pointless, in my opinion. I just think she's a bit of a waste of a spot now if her parents are both in. That's just my opinion. Next up then is Quan Chi, famous sorcerer. Causes a lot of shit to happen in Mortal Kombat, and he looks like he's going to be one of the main villains helping out Shinnok in this game, so no surprise he's in. Next then is Scorpion. No explanation needed for this guy, probably like the most popular Mortal Kombat character. Next up then is Kano. Not much to say about this guy either. He's an asshole, but you gotta love him. Next up then is Raiden, another guy who doesn't need any explanation, one of the most popular Mortal Kombat characters. I think I would say he's the most essential. I mean, in a lot of the Mortal Kombat games, he plays a big part of the story, so I think he is a very essential character. So no surprise he's in, and I'm really glad he is. Next then is Sub-Zero, another character needs no explanation like Scorpion. Those two are definitely the most popular characters, so no surprise he's in. Next up then is Ermac. I was surprised he's returning. He was one of my favorites in MK9. So I'm really glad he's coming back. I wasn't sure if he was, but he definitely is. So this is awesome news for me. Next up then is Melina, probably the most crazy Mortal Kombat character, and she's one of the main focuses as well in the Mortal Kombat comics. So she's really good in that as well. So I recommend you read that. And yeah, that's Melina. Next up then from the bottom left is Takashi Takeda, a new character, and he is the son of Kenshi. And I gotta say, he's probably one of the coolest looking new characters. We got some gameplay of him the other day, and he has surprisingly some of the most gruesome fatalities we've seen so far. I really recommend you check that out. It's really messed up stuff. Next up then is the fan favorite Katana. No surprise to me she was coming back. You know, they had to put in some female characters, and she's probably the most popular female fighter in Mortal Kombat, maybe even in fighting games, you know. So no surprise to me that she's coming back. Next up then is Cassie Cage, like I said, you know, the daughter of Johnny and Sonya. And like I said, I think she's a bit meaningless now because her parents are in. I mean, I think she's a bit pointless to be playable because we have her parents in. Like I said, that's just my opinion. Next then is Kotal Khan, another one of this is probably my favourite of the brand new characters. I've said this before, and I'll wait till I play the game because I don't like to, you know, make any judgments before I actually get the game. But I really hope he's a good character because I really want him to be one of my mains because I really like his background, his personality. If you read the comic, you see a lot into his background and his history, and he's a really, really cool character. He's not just some generic villain. He's really interesting and really awesome. So definitely my favourite of the brand new characters. Next up then is Farah Tor, or Farah and Tor, and definitely the strangest, I would say, of the new characters. It's a mix of two, Farah being the small little lady, as Ed Boon calls it, and then Tor being the big huge brute guy then. So it's like a mix of two characters. Very strange. We don't really know anything about these guys except they're loyal to Kotal Khan like Devora and Aaron Black. But yeah, I'm really interested in learning more about these guys' backstory. So that's Farah Tor. Next up then is Devora, another loyal worker to Kotal Khan, and she's one of the more creative ones, I'd say. She's like some sort of bug queen type fighter, and she seems really cool, really interesting, unique character. And yeah, like I said, she's loyal to Kotal Khan, so I'm really interested in seeing more about her. Next to her then is Kung Lao, another returning fan favorite, famous for his razor sharp hat. Really cool character, so I'm really glad this guy's back. Next up then was one of the surprising ones to me, and that's Reptile. I didn't know if he was that popular, but he's definitely returning as one of the main characters now in the main roster. So that's pretty cool, I guess. And then next up then finally is Kung Jin, and he is the final one then of the new characters. I think he's a descendant of Kung Lao, so that's pretty cool. So those are all of the announced fighters in the game so far. So if I had to go quick because I tried doing this video going in depth for all of them, and I was here for a long time, and no one wants to watch that. So I had to go pretty quick through because we now have to get to the characters that I have personally added myself, and we'll go through each one and I'll talk about why I added them. So I guess we'll start from the top left, and the first character I've added is Jacqueline Briggs. And we don't really know much about her at all, except she is obviously the daughter of Jax, and she seems to be part of this group of new generation fighters like Cassie, Takashi Takeda, and Kung Jin, who are all like descendants of older classic MK characters. And interestingly, she is the only one in that group of new generation fighters that hasn't been announced as playable yet. So that means to me she probably will be playable. And not only that, but if you actually watch the story trailer, there's a tiny clip you can catch where you can clearly see her doing an x-ray on someone. So if she's doing an x-ray on someone, that clearly means, like, if she has an x-ray, she must be a playable character. So that's why I think Jacqueline will be playable. So the next character I've added there next to her is Sonya Blade, and she hasn't been announced as playable yet, but her husband Johnny Cage was announced very recently, or her ex-husband, sorry. So yeah, he's going to be playable, and so will Sonya. And we know this because very recently, about a day or two ago, all of the skin packs that will be released for the game were actually revealed, and one of the skin packs will be a classic skin pack, and it was detailed saying that the classic skin pack will have a classic skin for Sonya. So that means Sonya must be playable because she has an alternate skin in the game. So that's Sonya. Next up then on the bottom left is Jax, and he's another character who hasn't been announced as playable yet. We haven't really seen anything about Jax actually, but very recently, a few days ago, 60 images or screenshots were actually leaked for the game, and there's one screenshot that looks a lot like Jax doing some sort of move, punch in the ground, but we didn't really want to confirm it as playable because it's quite hard to see his face, and just because he's doing a move doesn't actually mean he would be playable. But like Sonya, like I said, all of the skin packs were revealed, and he's actually going to have two alternate skins. One will be a Predator themed skin pack, and he will actually have a Carl Weathers skin, and he will also have a classic skin like Sonya. So that means he must be playable because he has alternate skins in the game. And not only will he be a playable character, but he'll have also one of the coolest sounding skins. I'm a big fan of the Predator movies, so having a Carl Weathers skin in there is going to be crazy. I wonder if it'll be like Jon Stewart, like the Jon Stewart skin in Injustice. If you didn't know it, when you equipped that skin, it actually had a completely different voice actor. So it'd be really cool if they actually got Carl Weathers to come in and actually voice Jax for that skin. That'd be really cool. But anyway, next up then, next to him is Kenshi, and he is the father of Takashi Takeda, and I really didn't think this guy's going to be playable because, he was a DLC character in MK9, but he's going to be a playable character in the main game this time around. And we know this because recently a skin pack was revealed. Like I said, you can actually find this one on the Xbox store, and it's called the Samurai Skin Pack, and it has 3 skins, Samurai skins, one for Katana, one for Shinnok, and then a Ronin skin for Kenshi. So if he has a Ronin skin, that means he must be a playable character. Then let's pan over then to the far right of the roster, and we'll go from the top. So first off is Shinnok, and the reason I think he's playable is not only about, like I said, those 60 screenshots were accidentally leaked about a week or two ago, and it looks a lot like Shinnok, dashing across the stage like some sort of gameplay. But not only that, like I said, for Kenshi, he has a Samurai skin pack in which there's 3 skins for Katana, Shinnok, and Kenshi, which you can find on the Xbox store. So that clearly means that Kenshi and Shinnok have to be playable because they have alternate skins in the game. Then we'll go underneath him then, and that is the big guy, Liu Kang. And I really didn't think I didn't think he'd be coming back. I didn't expect him to be coming back. I wasn't too sure, because spoiler alert, we've been warned for Mortal Kombat 9. At the end, it looks like he actually died, but he is definitely going to be returning this time around, because like I said before, all of the skin packs were revealed, and one of the skin packs will be a classic skin pack, like I said. And one of them says that Liu Kang will have a classic skin, so he must be playable because he has a alternate skin. And yeah, I'm really interested in seeing what's going on with Liu Kang. Some people have suspicions he may be like a twist, like a big villain at the end, or something like a secret character you unlock. I think that'd be really cool. I'm really there must be a reason that they've kept Liu Kang like in the shadows for so long. They haven't announced anything about him yet, so there must be a reason for that. I guess we'll find out when the game is released. And then the final character I've added then on the right is Aaron Black, and I wasn't too sure about this guy if he'd be playable or not, because we haven't seen much about him at all. But I'm definitely sure now, I guarantee it, because like I said, about 60 screenshots were leaked a few days ago, and one of them showed Aaron Black clearly doing some sort of move on Cassie Cage, and that clearly means he must be a playable character if you see the image. So that's Aaron Black, and that is the final roster. That is all 25 characters, and like I said on the top then, those are the 4 DLC characters that have been confirmed, Jason, Tanya, Predator, and Tremor, which I'm happy with as well. And yeah, so those are all 29 characters that are going to be in the game. like I said, this is my final roster. I probably will not be doing an update on this. The next video I'll do about the roster is when the game is actually released, and I'll actually go for the full official character select screen, in a few weeks when the game is released. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, like I said, I'm 99.9% sure this is the final roster. Like I've probably shown to you guys with evidence. Most of these characters I've added have come from leaks, officially, from the Xbox store and stuff like that. Like they can't lie on the Xbox store. It's all official stuff. So most of these characters, I'm 100% sure will be in the game. So yeah, guys, that is the final roster. What do you think? Was this what you were expecting when Mortal Kombat X was announced a year ago? Are you disappointed, or are you happy with the choices they've made, or did you think, what other characters would you have liked to seen? Let me know in the comments below, guys. And yeah, what do you think of the final roster? Do you think I'm right, or do you think I'm full of shit? Let me know in the comments below, guys. Anyway, guys, if you're new to my channel, make sure to subscribe. Keep you guys up to date with lots of Mortal Kombat X news. Sorry if this video got stretched out a bit too long. I did think it would go on a bit too long, so sorry about that if it wasted your time or something. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe for loads of MKX news and updates, and hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Make sure to subscribe, and thanks for watching.